Ashley.
Ashley's the best character in the game.
Undisputed. Go. She is...
My mom texted me.
Attaboy. Good, like, flying movement. She could shoot.
God, every time we're recording something, one of you has to come in here and...
We're busy.
Watch.
My hands are sticky. Can you take my watch off?
Why are they sticky? I put on the floor.
This is just some of the high quality shenanigans you can expect from
no
its
manners.
True. Okay, anyway. Flying movement, omnidirectional shooting.
Yeah. She probably has the best movement in the game.
There's not a situation where she would be bad.
She's 18 volt, but she can move like Orbulon, so...
Yeah. Speaking of Orbulon...
Orbulon is goated, but sometimes awful.
What situation would he be awful?
Because there's sometimes... He doesn't have any hitbox above his head, which is usually the best thing to have in WarioWare, because you always spawn at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
And if you have to hit something above you, there's some games where it's like, if it's the top of the screen, then it's really awkward, or if you have to move around something to then hit.
And like in the battle games, you literally if you just stay above him, you win.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go from two really good characters to a really bad one, so I don't think you're gonna contest me at all that Mom is absolute garb.
Mom is pretty bad.
Yeah. There's a couple games where her explosion radius is like super beneficial, but other than that, she's terrible.
Yeah.
In just about any situation.
There's like 6 games where Mom is like the best character for it,
but then
otherwise...
Yeah. She's like the opposite of goated, but sometimes awful. She's awful, but sometimes goated.
Yeah.
And like those sometimes aren't even... It's so few and far between, it doesn't even matter.
The way that Mom works, for those who haven't played WarioWare, which is probably every single person watching.
Yeah, no one is going to enjoy this except for us.
Mom, she's like sleeping, and then she has like a little vision of herself, and she teleports wherever you move it around on screen, like explodes. So it's really slow, and it's just not very good for how any of the mini games are designed.
Her movement is awful, pretty much. That's what it boils down. Like, to be a good character in this, you need good movement and a good attack, and that's it. I would say, honestly, you may disagree with me on this one. I think Crygor is godlike.
You think he's godlike?
I can't think of a situation where he's bad. Because, I mean, he's constantly attacking, and his movement is literally whatever you want it to be. We're going to have somebody come in.
I locked the door.
Okay. I mean, what's a situation where Crygor would be bad?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's never bad, but he's not as godlike as Ashley.
I mean, he has the same movement as Ashley. His attacks will get there with like a couple frames later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think? Okay, Jimmy T, he's Crygor, but you just have to spam A, so he's a
bit faster, but it's clunkier.
Yeah, his movement is not as precise, so, I mean...
It's never awful.
It's like, yeah, he's... I feel uncomfortable saying that sometimes he's awful.
I agree.
So, I mean, I'm just wondering, would I have room to add a tier between godlike and...
That's what I wanted to do, too.
Okay, let's...
Because there's...
Add a row below.
There's... I would say Crygor's like that, too.
Yeah.
Because he's not like... He's not the perfect character that Ashley is, where she basically has the best thing about everyone else.
Not perfect, but almost. Is that like a good tier? Alright, and we'll just... Because we're kind of running out of colors here, we'll do like bright pink. I don't think
this is such an inconsistent color gradient.
It's fine. People do it all the time. Or here, I can switch the top two. So
I appreciate that.
Pink will be...
Look at this guy. Graphic design.
Yeah. Color theory, baby. Haven't even learned it yet. Godlike. Not perfect, but... Almost, and then I'll move.
Put Ashley up
Boom.
there and leave Crygor. I would say leave Crygor, not perfect, but almost.
Really?
Yeah.
I just
think Ashley's in a tier, bro.
So I mean, do we at the moment we have Ashley's here?
Yeah, I just think she's the best.
And then
she's cool.
Okay, so
her song literally says, "Everyone knows I'm the greatest, Ashley."
That's true. When you have a song that says you're the greatest.
Yeah.
Well, DJ Khaled isn't the greatest, but
no, he's not.
Anyway, besides
he
the
does win.
Okay. You want to do 18 volt?
18 volt is goated, but sometimes awful.
Yeah, he is literally
he's
the definition.
Yeah.
He's the definition of goated, but sometimes awful, because if it requires like precise movement where you have to do the rings, then he's really not good. But anything other than that, he's like the best character.
You get 18 volt, you just start pressing A.
Yeah.
Because he can't move, he just shoots little rings off his head.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's paralyzed.
You just start pressing A, and then you win like 90% of the games.
Yeah. If it's anything other than like get to this area, you win.
He's great.
I would say Cricket is very good.
He's very good.
Would you? I mean,
he's probably the simplest. You move and you jump.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally Mario. He's just a Mario stand-in. Because there are some times where all the characters above him do things better than he does, but he's another one where I'm like having a hard time thinking of a situation where he'd be bad.
Yeah.
Who do you want to hit next?
Let's do Wario.
Wario?
Face of the game. Wario's very good.
I would say he's between very good and solid. I'm leaning towards very good.
Yeah. He's also, I mean, he's like Cricket where he's just very easy. He moves and then he can dash left or right.
He just does dash attack. And then... Yeah, I mean, he's kind of at a disadvantage where he can only attack horizontally.
Yeah.
But the fact that he flies, for whatever reason, kind of makes him...
a jetpack.
Yeah. I just realized that, like, you don't have to do music in post or anything because it's just playing in the back.
It's more genuine.
Let's talk about 9 volt. This
9
one's
volt
gonna be
is absolute garbage. He may be worse than Mom.
You think?
Because he's Mom, but he also suffers from the 18 volt problem where he's grounded. Yeah. He moves back and forth, but so many games he bumps into stuff and he has to use the rings to move around.
So the thing is a lot of these characters, if their movement is good, their attack is bad, or if their attack is good, their movement is bad. His attack is not great, and his movement is, like, arguably the worst in the game.
Yeah.
So I agree with you on Absolute Guard.
He doesn't have anything like Mom, where he doesn't have a game where it's just like, oh, I got 9 volt, I win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean now. He is worse than Mom, because at least Mom sometimes is just, like, cracked on the sticks.
She has some good matchups.
Dribble and Spits.
Dribble and Spits.
I would say either solid or meh, because they take, like, Wario's problem, but make it twice as bad, because... At least with Wario, you pick left or right. With them, you only get one.
Yeah,
so
I think they're solid.
The flying is good,
Flying
and
is always good.
They attack really quickly,
and
consistently. It's just the time you waste positioning yourself is going to hurt if you're not if you don't perform everything else well.
Exactly.
And Cat and Anna, I would say, are the same. Yeah, I mean, they just jump all the time, and
which is really good sometimes, but it's also really bad sometimes.
They're the ones where it needs, like, you gotta have precise movement, and they screw that up. I mean, honestly, I'm inclined to put them in meh.
I do it.
All right.
I agree.
They're going to meh.
They don't ever look that bad, but I lose so many games because I get Cat or Anna.
Yeah.
And you can't control where they go, because they constantly jump up and down.
Okay. You may disagree with me on this one. I think Penny is meh at the very best.
I agree. I think she's meh.
I'm tempted to put her in absolute guard.
Okay. I have one thing for Penny. I love Penny.
Besides her song. Her song doesn't count.
Her introduction to the game is fantastic. The last character you get, you're like, oh my god, it's gonna be the best character ever. And you think that when you first see her, you're like, what, this is so cool. But then she sucks. Because she has a water gun that when she sprays it, she goes the other direction.
It's like one of those water jetpack videos on YouTube.
Exactly like that. The thing about Penny is sometimes good is any game that has water physics.
She wins.
Yeah, she
like
wins.
the feed the dog.
Yes.
Or like get the water
Or you have to feed
to
the dog, or you have to put out the fire. She sprays water, and the game like actually takes it. So I think
she's like Mom in that sense, where there's like a handful of games
yeah,
where she's the best.
but I think her movement is better than a Mom if you get used to it. So I think she's bottom of meh.
She's hard, but like she can work.
Yeah,
she's like it's doable.
I think if someone like labbed out Penny a ton, she could be very good.
The Penny meta has not evolved yet.
No. It's because every time you get her, you immediately like, I want to go right. You press right, and you go left. And like, if you're like past 30 games, you could lose because of that.
And I don't know about you, but I don't think there's been a single time where I've like paused her with A and then just done like turret mode. Like
you don't have time to think about it.
Yeah,
too complicated.
Exactly.
For a game that's about going fast.
Yeah. All right. Who's next? We're leaving the person in front.
Yes, we are leaving that for last.
We're skipping him.
Let's do Mantis.
Mantis.
I don't have much to say about Mantis. He's better cricket.
Better,
right? I think so.
There are times where I get stuck on a ceiling and then it's like, oh crap. Like I honestly am in the camp that Mantis is cricket but worse.
Yeah, I think he's in the very good tier at the not at the least. He's definitely in that tier. Because he's not.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm leaning towards solid, but
okay. Then we can compromise and put him in the back end of very good.
Okay.
He's just a very like bland character.
Will we arrange the tiers at the end?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lulu. It's between solid and meh. I would say to me her best is the bottom of solid.
I think so. Yeah.
I
don't know.
Because the ground pound you barely use.
No.
Like you really don't use that often, and her jump, like the hitbox on the top of her head, sometimes hurts you. Like it makes it bad.
She doesn't have any. A lot of these characters have things that like they're great in specific games, but Lulu's is never really good. Because most characters can just fall onto something as fast as she could ground pound or just shoot.
Yeah. And like with Crygor, Jimmy T, Ashley, like when they're moving, they have a hitbox going that, I mean, does the same thing her ground pound does, but just better. So, you want to say bottom of solid or top of meh?
Top of meh.
Okay. Mike.
I love Mike.
He, like, if this were a how much I like the characters tier, he'd be like top, but
Mike could be. He could be not perfect, but almost.
Yeah, honestly,
he's got Ashley's movement. He just can't shoot every direction.
Yeah.
Mike, he's a karaoke robot who makes music notes go straight up.
Yeah, so, and he just says awesome.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Mike.
I just realized we're missing a character. Red is not on here. Frank is.
Yeah, let's do Frank in place of Red.
Oh! I was just gonna do the funny option. Okay, Red. Honestly,
he's good.
Yeah, I mean, Red is good. I would say I'd put him in not perfect, but almost.
Yeah, he's inverted Mike.
Yeah, exactly. True. Although Mike shoots faster, so he has
and going
that
up is
advantage. Yeah,
better than going down.
Yeah. Like Red's only kind of weakness comes in when you have to like get above something.
Yeah.
Mona
is, I think, she's in very good or solid to me.
I feel solid.
The always moving thing is kind of annoying.
I would feel uncomfortable putting her in very good.
Yeah, but she's not as easy to use as Mantis, Wario, or Cricket.
Oh yeah, my laptop is about to die. Hold on. Oh,
not the camera.
Fix it.
It's just gonna slightly shake for the next 5 seconds.
Okay. Well, now it's more focused on me. But so Mona, very good, or solid. I mean, I can't put her very good. I just can't do that. All right.
Yeah.
So.
I love Pioro. He's awesome.
He is.
He's so.
He is awesome. He is Swish on ballin'.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna check the thing and see if we have all the characters.
What?
Like to see if we're not missing anybody, because I mean, Red was not on there. So
That's everybody.
I think
this person just made a dumb tier list.
18 volt manager, Elizabeth, Crygor, 9 volt, 5 volt, Orbulon,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks like there's less when you put it in this format.
Yeah, that's true. Because you expect to see like, I don't know, more. All right. Okay, so we put like Pioro's in Pioro tier because it's funny.
He's not good.
Yeah, no. If we had to actually, yeah,
I think he's like he's
meh. He's meh, dude. I can't put him in anything other than meh. Like if we're being serious,
Yeah.
Because in the farmer boss level, like with the grapes and you're squeezing it, literally I could not contribute anything because it's almost impossible to get out of your section.
Seriously.
Like if you had to solo that level with Pioro, you just lose.
Yeah, and his tongue thing is weird.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. If like say there's something on the left side of the screen and you start on the left side of the screen, you have to move over here and then turn around to hit it.
Yeah.
But
and there with some characters' gimmicks, there are times where it's like almost designed for it. Like with dribble and spits, there are some games that they just destroy because they're there to just shoot in a horizontal direction. But like Pioro never has a thing where it's like, yes, I'm so glad I got Pioro for this one.
Yeah.
Other than he's funny.
Yeah. I mean, there's some games where you just kind of mash A, but like 18 volts better at that, Jimmy's better, Ashley's better, Mike's better, Crygor's better, like everyone's better.
Yeah.
But
okay, so I think the only ones we need to kind of arrange are not perfect but almost and very good. So Crygor's better Jimmy T. I actually think that's fine. I actually think that
I think it's just fun.
Them being better.
Yeah. Frank is red. Orbulon's better than 18 volt. I think.
You think? Yeah, I agree.
Because 18 volt does get screwed. When he gets screwed worse than Orbulon.
True. Because Orbulon, like, I can't really think of when he's. I mean, like his beam is always a hitbox, so I mean, like he's gonna do the same damage as 18 volt, but just maybe not as quick.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with this tier list. I think we got it.
You can move Pioro. I can't bring myself to move him.
Mm-hmm.
No. Just let the reader understand. Pioro is not. I mean, he is. But he's not. He's cute, though. Wah!
Wah.